Hello YouTube. So I I even though I kind of didn't want to do this live, if I forget to do my lives at the time that I want to do the live, or I have the message on my heart, I'm going to either forget the message, or the delivery is going to be off, or something is going to be off. So I want to do this live right now. Um hold on. 1 minute. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Okay, perfect. So today's live, I'm actually going to give away what I'm talking about because I want to stay on course. My live is going to be about how to destabilize a business. The methods in which gang stalkers use to destabilize a business. This is probably, and I've been building up to this particular live, and this is probably one of the more important ones that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, that's going to be the first one. The first thing I want to talk about, and I have kind of always known this in my heart just because of the way this particular situation has been unfolding. But I just want to say to people out there who are being gang stalked, followed everywhere, harassed, and people are being relentless, etc., etc. First and foremost, if you're waiting for the justice, you are the justice. People are supposed to be following you. This is supposed to happen. I don't know if I can go fully into detail right now, but this is supposed to happen. So if you feel like, and for me in my situation, I feel like my situation was supposed to have ended already, but in a way I kind of know that it's not supposed to be ended, that it's not supposed to be done. And the reason I say this is because, excuse me, every time I come online I start burping. That's why you gotta stay with your sage and your crystals and everything, because it's gonna be nonsense. And you're also gonna start looking weird. I get a lot of attacks, especially before I come online, that make me look extra tired, even though I've gotten a good night's sleep and everything's good. Every time I come on, I don't actually look like this in person. Every time I come online, I look weird. So it is what it is. This is just part of the kind of stuff that you're gonna have to go through. It's meaningless stuff, but it is what it is. Sometimes when people can't do something more serious, this is this kind of stuff that happens. Anyway, you are the justice. And I say this to say, and what do I mean by this? So there are people who, I always feel like there are remnants of people that have kind of gotten away, in a sense, where either they have refused participation or they've kind of stayed away. But these are people who are involved, and karma does need to touch them. So in my situation, I don't know if these people get bullied or if how it works out, but then they get involved. Like there's this one girl, Amina Bello, and I know for sure she was definitely a part of throwing negative energy at me. And I forgot about her. And then I ran into her randomly and I was like, oh, I forgot about you. But I feel like, in this situation, it really is left up to God. As much as, if it were left up to us, it would be handled very differently, of course, right? Because you're the one going through it. But these situations are left up to God and left up to the universe, and it will be handled in the way it is supposed to be handled. And believe me, there isn't much that you can do that the universe couldn't figure out a much better way to do. Like whatever you're thinking that you could figure out, just let karma handle things. And you know what? There isn't much you can do because it's like a huge group of people. So what can you do anyway, right? The way karma plays out, things work out in the way It works out in a way where people understand that it is karma. It works out in a way where there's no second guessing what's going on. Like, you know for a fact that this is karma and this is what's happening. Now, people can't stop these messages from coming out, so they have to do things like, work on me and send me energy and whatever, but it's a small price to pay for me getting my justice. Like, really, it's like nothing compared to what's going on in people's lives. And to give you an example, somebody might decide that they're following you, and it might shock your system for the day, it might scare you for the day, and that person might get a heart attack. That person might, something crazy might, now you might have been thinking more along the lines of maybe they get into a car accident. Now this person has some terminal illness. They're just let God handle it, because whatever it is, do not lash out with people, do not argue with people, do not, but in yourself, find peace and calm in yourself. This is not a situation that you have to get in the middle of. You're not responsible for doling out karma. You just need to stand in place. People are supposed to follow you. God is very aware of who these people are, what their participation is. You don't need to worry about it, but there shouldn't be people missed. So people can't stop following you too early. And I know for people who are not spiritually aware or following along with what's going on in their situation, or just depending on where you are with this situation, I understand if you won't really understand what I'm saying. Now, people can't get close to me to feed me the whole please, we apologize kind of nonsense, right? But this particular part of my message, I'd like to address the people who've gang stalked me, John Ferreira, the people who paid to gang stalk me, and the people who stood by and watched it, the people who slandered me, the people who knew what was going on and kicked me while I was down. I just want to address everyone as far as forgiveness is concerned. The people who report my profile, the people who come in here and who troll in my videos and all this kind of stuff. I just want to say this much as far as the forgiveness component goes. I want to repeat it. I think maybe I wasn't like 100% clear originally about something. So I just want to repeat it. In one of my videos, I talked about this show on Netflix called The Fall of the House of Usher. And in The Fall of the House of Usher, the angel of death visited a family that was above the law, that felt like they couldn't be touched. And they had a contract with death, and they took from people and they stole, and they were unhinged, and they were drunk with power. But at a certain time, death came back to eliminate the bloodline. Not just one, not just two, but the entire bloodline. Every single one of them. When the angel of death came in that particular show, when she showed up everywhere that they were. It wasn't just that she came and she snapped her fingers and everybody went like that. It wasn't that. When she came, she showed up everywhere that they were. So she was working at their places of business. She was at their jobs. Everywhere that they showed up, there she was as well. So it really wasn't a situation that they had too much control over. It just was what it was. And they went in horrible ways according to what they did. But even the innocent among them, even those amongst them that didn't do anything, that were in the bloodline, meaning the children and the grandchildren, everybody had to go. So these people know what they did to find themselves in this situation. Maybe not all of them, but they know what they did. They know that they have been taking people's lives before people were ready to go. They know that this is karma, and they knew this day was coming. At least one or two of them knew this day was coming. They knew they couldn't get away with this forever. So they know what's going on. This is actually not really personal to you, whoever you are going through the situation. It's really not personal. People know that what they're doing is crazy, and they know that there's some sort of repercussion for this, and it's coming one day. So asking you for forgiveness, they know is ridiculous. They just know that this is where it ends. It ends with you, and they know that. This is why they're losing their minds. They can't sleep, all the anxiety, the paralysis, the depression. This is why it's happening, because people know that everything that they've been doing had to come full circle one day. It very much feels like an out of body experience, and it feels terrifying. Somebody that they cannot get rid of. Everything coming undone. Karma taking its place. So, yes, people know what's going on. They know what's going on. So you don't, try your best as much as you can to relax your system and just go through what you're going through. Everything that's yours is protected. Everybody who's supposed to be in your life is going to be in your life. Nobody from your past is coming with you on the new path of life that you're going on to. And, just continue to relax. And the calmer you are, the more anxiety people have on the other side. That's how some of this spell work works. As long as you're calm and you're in a very relaxed state, then that means somebody else is in a state of like unspeakable, what would you call it? Unspeakable anxiety, unspeakable depression, unspeakable fear, paralyzed with fear. So just relax. Everything is going to work out the way that it's going to work out. And that, that's all there is to it. Go along your day, do the things that you're supposed to do, report to the police when you need to. Everybody you meet, nobody you meet is by accident, and nobody you meet is somebody that you're not supposed to be coming into contact with. People don't meet you by accident. You don't meet people by accident. So take your time with the process, relax yourself, and just kind of walk yourself through it. So today, there were other things that I had to talk about, but there was another message that came to me that is more important that I have to discuss, and that is how to destabilize a business. And I might just keep this live just to talking about how to destabilize a business and leave the rest. Simply because this is something I really felt this morning that I absolutely had to do. So this is how gang stalkers destabilize and take over your business. Now, this is based off of the model of a social media platform. However, this could be any kind of business, so you can kind of readjust the details to go ahead and kind of look at your business. But this is how they take over a business and influence a business. And just take over your brand. Now, this can apply to tarot readers. This can apply to people with online platforms. This can apply to people with businesses that they market online, however it goes. So you can always reverse engineer the details and kind of look at your situation and kind of take the details and kind of test your business and see how it fits into this whole thing. So, number one, I'm going to give you the points really quickly. First of all, the hack your business. Oh, well, we might as well explain it point by point. It's because my phone's dying. I'll wait. No, let me just hold on to this. Anyway, so the first thing they do is they hack your business. They need your business profile, and they go ahead and they hack the account. This is why a lot of people on YouTube have been coming on my platform and asking, hey, what is your Instagram? Can I have your Instagram? Joke's on you, it's already hacked. Don't care at all. So that's the first thing they do. They hack the business. They monitor all the messages in there. They look at the clients, they look at connections, and they try to find people connected to you, and that's how they tap into your network. The second thing they do is they screen your customers, and they screen the business's income sources. So they want to see where is money coming from. They want to see not only where money's coming from, but they want to see kind of the customers that are loyal customers, what kind of customers you have. So in my case, I had a predominantly, Black or Caribbean based customers. And so I noticed when my customer base shifted from all my Black customers now to all Latino, Spanish, Portuguese customers, and also older women, women who would have never normally been customers of mine. Then they send gang stalkers in as customers, and so they send fake customers and fake comments. Fake comments are very important because you can get a lot of likes. But when you get the comments from real people, these people love bomb you online. Oh my God, I love this. This looks very nice, etc., etc. So you get a lot of that love bombing action happening, and people trying to get close to you. And like I said, this can go for tarot platforms. This can go for any kind of platform that they deem a threat. Your followers go up very quickly, like it's dramatic, like it's a thousand followers at a time type of thing. um and they wait for an event to increase your following. So there's a natural way in which a business grows, or in which an online platform grows. This situation turns into, you put an ad and all of a sudden you're getting like 1,000 new followers from one ad that you pay $50 for. You're getting tons of likes, your reels have blown up, etc. And then they add in the fake likes. And then you feel like you're building up new customers, new clientele, and it's not organic, it's not normal. Then in the meantime, they're slandering your business covertly. They are going into other people's platforms, they're mentioning you, they're going to, your actual core business, real customers you have. They're mentioning you, they're slandering you, they're purchasing from you just to be able to talk about the product. They're going to talk about the way that you deal with them. They're going to make ridiculous sort of complaints. You're going to get slander can also include on like reviews on Google, reviews on random platforms. I didn't have a Google for them to review. They were reviewing me on random places. But people weren't seeing those places, and they made up a Google account for me. Made a Google freaking account to give me bad reviews on that account. I never made that Google account, and it was twice. The first time they made it, I deleted it, and then they made another one. They replace your real customers with fake customers. So the customers coming into your business are not brand loyalists. They're not people who care about your brand. They're not people who even need what you want. They're just people who are coming in to have an opportunity to slander you and to flood your business with the dirty money. And I've highlighted dirty money on this diagram because it's very significant, because it's with the dirty money that they really take a hold of your business. So if you just have a platform like myself, my platform is just informational. There's no money to put on this platform. I have no intention of making money on this platform or asking for donations. So that's a plus in my direction as far as my platform goes. I don't depend on this platform for anything. Once they get the dirty money in there, they begin to cap your income, because slowly but surely they want to get it to a point where they know exactly how much you're making, and they dictate that. So say for example, they've decided that they want you to make exactly 10,000 per month. They put a situation in place where if anything, they know, and they've spread it out in such a way where they know you're only going to make 10 grand per month. So if they see anything over and above, like they were tapped into my cash register machine, my POS machine, my website, all kinds of things, because remember, you're hacked in every way. So they're really monitoring absolutely everything that's coming in. And with our POS system, it would log the name of the customers, because these are things that you want to be able to market to your customers and reach back out. We were taking phone numbers and whatever. So they really had ways now in really looking into like who are your customers and getting rid of all the customers in whatever way they did it. But I pretty much suspect it was slander, manipulation, lies, and making things up and making sure that they took away all that business altogether. So they do cap your income. Next, the next thing that happens is because you're making a pretty stable income while they're gang stalking you, what they're gonna do is, or what's gonna naturally happen is you're gonna slack on your marketing efforts, you're gonna slack on innovating your business, you're gonna slack on, some people slack on growing. I didn't slack on growing. I still, was thinking about having other locations, etc. And for me, it was difficult because I didn't so much depend on having a core group of customers the way that I did when I was just like a predominantly online business. I was in a mall, so we were getting random people all the time. And then the last thing they do after they have you gang stalked, they're destabilizing your engagement. Your marketing efforts have slowed down. In my case, they were being very abusive. So they want to get you to the point where you want to get out of business. You want to get out of the malls. You want to stop working because you're being slandered. They're putting people in your business to work for you, and then those people are working at other places and telling people how horrible it is to work there and all this kind of stuff. So they're really putting themselves in positions to slander you in as much as possible and get you out of being financially stable. And then the last thing that I have on here is where they destabilize your engagement. When they get you to a point where you are 100% dependent on your engagement because you need it for your income, that's where they destabilize it. So they stop all the income from coming in. No one is allowed to like your posts anymore, come on your page. No one's commenting anymore. Your engagement is low. And then to top that off, they do things like reporting your platform. They do things like sending fake likes to your platform. Just fake tactics that look like you're faking your engagement. And that's just basically, I just know for Instagram, it's triggering Instagram. I know Instagram and YouTube are different. So I feel like for YouTube, and I don't know for sure, but I feel like for YouTube, things that could have been done on Instagram, it's not as easy to do on YouTube because YouTube seems to be like an older platform. But I know for Instagram, Instagram, you can kick people out of your lives. I cannot kick people out of my lives as it is. Like if somebody's in the live, they're in the live. The most I can do is turn off the comments if people are trolling. I can't do more than that. But I know on Instagram, they have all these bots where they have these bots that watch your stories. They have these bots that send likes and all these kind of things. And that's what they do. So the likes are coming from these fake pages. I've already recognized on YouTube that there are a bunch of fake pages as well. So once people come on here and they start talking about and giving too much realistic advice about how to stop gang stalking. There are sort of gang stalkers on YouTube that come and they troll in the comments. They are fake supporters, they're love bombing, and they're doing all the rest as well. And this is on YouTube. So it has started for me on YouTube. I've already been reported on YouTube for nonsense. And I've always seen that my engagement, they're reporting me already, and I've seen that my engagement is destabilized. So if my platform starts growing, they report it. And I've seen that for other readers as well. And it's pretty much a very good indication of what is going on, like what kind of information you're giving. It's a pretty good sign. When I see pages where it's a big platform, the information is kind of weird, it's kind of shady, but there's a lot of support, I just kind of think to myself, I'm kind of wary of that situation, but it is what it is, right? So these are Steve and Brian, when I'm done, I'm gonna take you off of my profile. If you feel that you have an issue, nobody's asked you to join my live. Actually, let me go ahead and see if I can just report you right now. Thank you for the harassment. And there, doesn't have to be a part of our life. So thanks for that. Anyway, so I don't really care for, like, it's not a huge deal for me as far as like the trolling. I ask for people to be respectful. People could want or not want to listen to my lives, listen to my videos, etc. I can't stop people from reporting the page if that is what they feel that they want to do, but just not on my platform and not on my time. So that is it for as far as how they destabilize a business. Please think about, and I don't know, for jobs, it's probably a totally different situation. I wasn't in a job, so I don't know. But for jobs, it's probably things like more like harassing, getting people to turn against you on your job, getting you fired, things of that nature. I'm pretty sure things like that are happening. But I really want people to think about that as far as their business, especially when you see you're giving information that's helpful to people and information that's going to take money out of other people's pockets. And then you see your engagement skyrocket, your income skyrocket, and it looks like you're getting a lot of support out of nowhere. Just be very, very, very mindful. And to go again over the points again, you're looking at, they're going to hack the business social media, and that usually starts with the email. And especially for tarot readers, you're going to have an email that people need to contact you on the email. So they're going to hack your email. They're gonna hack the business social media. They're gonna screen the customers that are coming in, the people that are sending you money, and your income sources. You're gonna get fake customers, comments, likes, and engagement. The fake comments and stuff, they might come from real people with real accounts, but it's not genuine for your platform. It's an illusion that's being created. They're going to replace your real customers with fake customers while they slander your business covertly to your real customers. They're going to flood your business with dirty money, which is the money that is basically coming from these people. You know, they're not making any of this money that they make in a legit manner. So this money already is just not clean money. They're going to cap the income to your business, so you're not going to grow beyond a certain point regardless of what you do. Your marketing efforts are probably naturally going to slow down because while they're harassing you and bothering you, your income is going to remain relatively stable. Your business is going to slack on innovation despite the fact that you're being distracted just because of the money that's still coming in. And then they're gonna, when they have you right where they want you, you're not listening, you're not cooperating, you're not coming on board. That is where they're gonna withdraw all the likes and comments, report all your posts, and destabilize your engagement. And that's where you find yourself in a situation where you need to innovate your business. In conclusion to all of that, it is very important as you're either building a business, a platform, or just rebuilding a business, that you do not build a business that is ever dependent ever on social media engagement. You have to build a business that is very hard for people to disrupt the flow of income coming in. And that means you can't take any shortcuts with your business. You have to do it the hard way, you have to do it the long way, and you have to take your time to do it. So if you've been put in a situation where you know God can take care of you while you build this platform properly, it is okay. And if all the money and the income is taken away from you, this is not good income. And despite how hard you were working, it's not income that you legit brought in yourself. So, you know, I say all of this, and I also say that, like, when you're dealing with or listening to tarot videos, you really have to, and I say this for my platform and for any platform that you're listening, you really need to apply intuition to what you're doing. You really need to listen to information that people are giving you and run it through your internal filter and say, does this sound right? You know, I started listening to a tarot reader, and not 3 minutes into listening to her, she wrote she did a thing, and it said you really have to give up your desire to help people. I didn't need to listen to that message for me to know that she had been bribed and paid off. And you know, if you did have a gift and you went ahead and you took money, so say you're a tarot reader and you did have a gift and you took money, listen, I've seen tarot readers that were reading just fine. And then I've seen tarot readers, the same readers, shuffle the cards for 10, 15 minutes and not one card fly out of the deck. Not one card. Shuffling, 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 and it was embarrassing because it was on a live. And so this is what they had to do. So if this is the deck, they would have particular cards turned over in the deck like this already. And so because they couldn't shuffle to bring about a result, they would just take it like this, open the deck and be like, oh, this is the card. And open the deck again and be like, oh, this is the card. And fake the whole reading on live. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And there's been other times where people have been reading and they're being fed information. So they're on it and they're giving the reading and it's totally off. And then they're like, oh no, wait, 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 wait. Oh no, 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 no. This is the actual story. And it's like, there have been other times I've seen readers where they pull a card and the card that they pull, the explanation they give has absolutely nothing to do with the card that they've pulled. I read my own cards. I'm not reliant on readers. I have my own intuition, my own gut instincts. Like, filter absolutely all the information coming through based on all factors. Don't just ever listen to any one person. And I can see at the point where they start interfering with readers. Once you're psychic and you have certain intuitive abilities, sometimes it's difficult to differentiate between the voices that you're hearing. And I don't mean literal like voices, even though people literally hear voices like that, right? But sometimes it's difficult to, when I say the voice you're hearing, I mean like your inner voice, your intuition. Sometimes for some people, it is difficult to differentiate between what's what. And that's why, and there was a point where I was like, you know what, this is a really nice gift. And like, I wish I had that gift myself. And I'm kind of glad that that's not something that I have to debate myself with, that, you know, I don't ever have to mistake the voice of the divine in me. It's not something that can be replicated. Like, it just is not possible. So, you know, just be very aware. Be very, very, very aware of the information you get out there, because there are a lot of gang stalkers in the gang stalking community giving information, shutting things down, where people are giving genuinely good advice. They are slandering the people that are giving you information that you need to know. So when I had a post that I said, please shut down your phone when you're going out. And in that particular post, so many people came and said, oh no, you having your phone on, it doesn't make a difference and whatever. And I had to comment to someone. I had to say, like, it doesn't matter if it would make a difference. It makes their life harder. Why do you have a problem for a solution? This is the kind of thing that I'm saying. And when you call them out, they're like, oh yeah, 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 you're right. No, but like, no, if somebody is being followed genuinely and they need information on how to not be followed, why are you giving a problem for a solution? Everybody knows, even Apple, all these devices, they know that the device tracks you, and the government, the police system, like, they know that people are using the tracking devices on phones to compromise people's privacy. It's a well-known fact. So why would you even be questioning that the phone would be used as a device, as a tool to follow people? Why would you, as someone in that community? So the community is rife with people like that. There, to me, there, you see everybody else trying to give, who's genuinely trying to give advice. Their engagement is horrible. The followers are low. The subscribers are low. And then you have pages with 40,000 followers, 2,000 comments. Everything is huge. Everything's blown up. And then you really listen to what they're talking about and you're like, wait a minute, what? It's counterintuitive advice. It is. So just be careful of what you listen to. Be careful of the advice you take. Be careful of the pages that you follow, and use your gut and filter, like, is this how someone who's truly a victim behaves? Or are they being mocking? Or do they think this is a joke? Because when one come They all come. And then you catch them. You know, you catch certain things and then it gives you indication like, and then, you know, they do things to make people look crazy. So whereas there are genuine signs of trauma and mental instability that people who have been gang stalked go through, they exaggerate these things to make it look like absolutely everybody who's been through gang stalking is crazy. They say things like one time it's like, and they post so diligently. This guy was posting like going outside and an ambulance was like driving by, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And it's just, there are just a lot of things. I don't know if they're happening or not, or if gang stalkers are making it up to make people be like, oh yeah, that's happening to me. Who knows? But I know for myself, I've never really experienced street theater, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but there are other times where people come on the platform and they're like, I've been gang stalked my whole life since I was a baby. And you're like, what? Where is this coming from? So just be careful. Be careful of some of the information that you're receiving. Be careful. People don't even make up a proper backstory. Just be careful, okay? I'm going to leave it here at 30 minutes because this is a video I really want people to watch. I'm not going to make it too long, and I'm going to leave my other information for another live. But this was really important for me to make, so thank you. And if you have any comments, questions, whatever, you can put it in the, I'm going to post this right away, you can put it in the comment section of this post when it's posted. Have a good day.